Hello, Saints. We're in Matthew 5. We're looking at the Beatitudes. Jesus is on the Mount, and he's there to show them that he's the new Moses. And there's a couple places in the Gospels where he shows that. This is an important example right here. And we talked about the first two the first four, and how those two pairs kind of go together. Remember, it's in a pattern A, B, A, B. In the first four, and that it matches with A prime, and the B matches with B prime as far as telling a similar message. Well, we're in the second part now, and it's a very similar thing. And fifth blessed are is in verse 7. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall receive mercy. And then the one that pairs with it is in the 9th verse. That's the 7th. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called sons of God. And so we see here, mercy is very important to God. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall receive mercy. You know, when Adam and Eve sinned, God told them, on the day that you eat that fruit, you shall surely die. Judgment was coming their way. But what did God do the day they ate that fruit? He didn't show judgment or justice. Showed mercy. He stepped in and told them, those people who said, we're naked, and they covered themselves with fig leaves, you know how itchy that is? And he says, listen, I'm going to keep the battle going and prolong this war so that you can have a good ending, because, woman, your seed is going to deal the death blow to the serpent. Now, he'll try to hurt the seed. He'll only bruise his heel. It won't be deadly, but we'll have a good outcome at the end. So God's mercy is what was extended first to mankind when they fell. At the cross, God showed his justice. After 4,000 years, he showed the justice. Justice and mercy go together. But here, mercy is so important, to show mercy. God is a God of second chances. We should be too. Not God of second chances, but willing to give people a second chance, to show mercy, to extend forgiveness and restoration, reconciliation. We should be there for that. That's what he called us for. And the one that matches with it is the peacemakers, for they shall be called sons of God. Now, he's not just talking about war and peace, but he's talking about interceding, working towards this, a solution to solve the problems. This kind of matches the little story there later on there in the 6th antithesis, and the 6th one where it says, Jesus says, you've heard it said, love your neighbors, hate your enemies, but I say, love your enemies. And what Jesus is saying is, look, find a way to make your enemies not your enemies anymore. Find a solution to peace coming together. And we'll talk about that later on. But this is so important that these are the people who are members of the kingdom that Jesus is inaugurating back then. You know, we all look at the end of the world in the book of Revelation for the end stuff. All this started when Christ came the first time. We've been in the end for 2,000 years. We've been in the last days. There's the consummation at the end, for sure. But he's been wrapping it up for a long time, bringing the message, building the kingdom. And he's made you and I all part of that. So these last two blessings there we mentioned just before I go, is that it's the merciful that are blessed, for they shall receive mercy. You can't receive what you don't give. Even if it's extended to you, you won't take it. You won't know any better. And then the peacemakers, for they shall be called sons of God. We're bringing a society together in peace. See you next time. Blessings.